everyone, before we get into today's video, I just wanted to give a massive shout out to today's sponsor, Senpai. Senpai analyzes all the players in the game and gives them tags based on past performances. This is especially helpful because it tells you things like who's on a win streak, who's getting pentakills, and even who's on a cold streak if you want to make someone rage quit. Believe it or not, in this game, I did exactly that. Senpai can also tell you all the runes and items with the highest win rates. It lets you import them directly into your game, and it also tells you how to play matchups accordingly to better your chances of winning. And one of the things I like the most is after your game, it rates you on your performances, and lightly roasting you and reminding you of things you should work on in the future. Literally mapping out your road to be the next faker. And if you're someone who's brain folded just like mine, and you have finally discovered that some champions are just in fact way better than other champions, you can use the tier list on the app to see which champions are S tier, aka which champions can build Crown of the Shattered right now. And as an added bonus, you can head on over to the challenges section and join random challenges in order to win prizes like RP, hardware, computers, and a lot more. So what are you waiting for? Whether you're trying to find out exactly how to improve, want to have detailed statistics on every single summoner in the game, or finally want to unlock your potential by being a meta slave, Senpai will teach you how to work smarter and not harder. One more massive shout out to Senpai for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for sponsoring the content again and again. And also thank you for making it easier for me to choose my target every time I lock in Shaco. Now let's dive back into the video. I need to show this before I even start the rant because you guys need to know. Tryndamere is my second most mastery point champion. I love Tryndamere. I love him. There is not a lot of champions I love playing more than Tryndamere. So before I get into the rant, I am clarifying that I'm a Trynd player. Now let's get into it. The first thing I want to get to, Tryndamere's Q is one of the best abilities in the entire game. Tryndamere's Q passively gives him AD the lower health that Tryndamere gets. At level 1, this is giving him up to 25 bonus AD, which is 875 gold worth of free stats. So when he comes in to duel you, as he will, because right now Tryndamere is running Ghost and Flash, if he comes in to duel you, Tryndamere is going to have a better chance at beating you the lower he gets. A lot of top laners eat shit when that happens. Not to mention that his Q, another fun fact, is an insane, and I mean an insane amount of sustain. Did you see how much I healed at level 1, bro? It is an absolute insane amount of sustain. So you lose your first trade. Oh man, I fell behind, whatever. You just fucking boop. It's like popping a fucking entire health potion. You're just popping a whole health potion when you consume all of your fury. He has 40% crit chance when he is level 1 if he could get all of his rage up. Another big thing is Tryndamere's W negates your fucking physical damage. So Tryndamere is getting bonus stats from his Q, and he is removing your bonus stats. He's reducing. It doesn't matter if he lands it on you and you don't get slowed. If he just presses the W button, if he just presses this, you lose 20 AD. You're already behind. So boom, Tryndamere has bonus stat because he fucking reduces your AD. Tryndamere has bonus stat because he gets free crit chance. And the thing that sucks the most about going against a Tryndamere, you ready? Let me show you how a Tryndamere player plays, all right? Let me level myself up real quick. Okay, here's how a Tryndamere player plays, right? He comes in at you, auto, auto, auto. Okay, I only crit once there. It is possible that they could beat me in that fight, right? Let's try again. I come in, auto, I crit there, stick. That's it. You ready? Let me show you again. Let me blow your mind to show you how Tryndamere wins this. Ready? Oh, ghost then. I crit. That's it. I crit. You can't do anything. I ghosted and I have flash. I start off dealing 163 fucking damage from an auto attack. You're dead. I came in and I crit you. You better flash away or you're gonna fucking die. That's just how that goes. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. And on top of that, let's watch. Ready? Crit chance is the dumbest fucking stat in the game. Because there is a chance that Tryndamere double crits you. The fact that this is a possibility, it is just a possibility to get crit. And if that happens, you lose. And you want to know why you lost? Is it because the Tryndamere outplayed you? Did you lose because Tryndamere outplayed you? He went on the back end. This is what Tryndamere player screens look like, all right? He spins at you, and then while he's auto-attacking, he starts hacking into the mainframe of League of Legends. He starts hacking in, and he enables more crit. while he's fighting you. He just starts, and then he fucking double crits you, and you fucking lost. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. And that right there is an awful fucking feeling. Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes to get double crit by Tryndamere, triple crit by Tryndamere, which is why, let's take a look over here. That's kind of insane, isn't it? Whoa, is every single person going Ghost Flash? It seems like if Tryndamere crits you, all he has to do is stick. He doesn't need the Ignite to kill you. He doesn't need anything. Whoa, not one TP? He could start the game off with Ghost and Flash, and the second he comes in and he crits you, you're fucked. If he double crits, you're double fucked. If he triple crits, you're triple fucked. It's just basic math. But here's another thing that fucks Tryndamere up when it comes to balance, okay? Obviously, lethal tempo is something that's insane on him. Why? Because again, he gets Fury based on how many times he auto attacks. He also gets Fury based on how many times he crits. The more he auto attacks, the more he's able to get Fury, the more he's able to crit. Is that the math you were doing earlier? No, the math I was doing earlier was to tell you that at level 1, Tryndamere gets 1,600 gold worth of free crit and 875 gold worth of free AD, right? While you get a Doran's Blade. You get a Doran's Blade. So all you can do when you play against Tryndamere, honest to God, is hope to God that he doesn't crit. But Tryndamere doesn't win every matchup, right? He doesn't. Tryndamere, in fact, loses some matchups. If it's not a melee matchup, if it's characters like Fiora that can outskill him sometimes, Tryndamere can't really win every single matchup. But the problem with Tryndamere is that 1, he scales insanely, and 2, if you leave him alone for even 5 seconds, he's clearing the entire top side of the map. He can clear jungle camps insanely fast, he can get plates insanely fast, because guess what? Fun fact, Tryndamere is one of the only characters in the game that doesn't have to build a single survivability item. He could go Kraken into Navori, right? Navori's an insane item on Tryndamere right now because it makes his spin cooldown come down even faster because of the passive on it, plus the passive on Tryndamere in general. And very funny thing about Tryndamere, giving him Gale Force was a fucking sin. Someone should go to hell for allowing Tryndamere to build goddamn Gale Force. There is nothing you could do if Tryndamere Gale Forces at you. Tryndamere comes in, auto, spin, auto. Okay, I didn't get crits there. That was just super unlucky. Spin, right? Tryndamere has this much mobility, one of the biggest fucking dashes in the game, right? He could do this the entire team fight, slow, and just keep running it thanks to the power of Navori. But on top of that, put another guy here, auto, spin. I didn't get a crit. I get a Gale Force. What's that? I get a Gale Force as well. So I could Gale Force just in case I don't crit, which is a super duper off chance because it's already at 80% crit right now. If you want to keep building, mortal reminder to stop healing because healing's a big problem in the game. People go IE to make his crit chance, to make his critical attacks hurt more. So if you go IE and you're just a greedy asshole, boom. Now Tryndamere is at 100% crit chance. Tryndamere can now spin every 2 autos. What a fun thing to go against. And worst case scenario. Oh God, I didn't crit. And worst case scenario, ready? Ghost! I am now faster than everyone. Flash! Oh shit! Gale Force! It's just fucking insane. There's nothing you could CC him. But the fact that you have to CC him for the 5 seconds of invulnerability for his ult, and for the entire time it takes you to burn through his 1,700 to 2,000 to 2,300 fucking health. I don't even know how much he has at the end of the game. 2,300, I was right. Okay, the fact that you have to CC him to get through his 2,300 health, while this motherfucker has more mobility than Ezreal. Look at this dash size, bro. Look at that. Look at this. There's nothing you could do. You flashed over a wall, he flashed after you. He Gale Forced after you. He span, he crit. There is stay in fountain. There you go. That's a good one. He can build an item that negates tanks. Now he negates tanks. Isn't that funny how that happens? Isn't it funny that now Tryndamere is an answer to the tank as well? He is now a tank buster. That is great. That is a fun thing. I'm sure you guys love it. So all of this boils to a head, right? When you know that Tryndamere can fall behind. You can go against the Teemo. If the Teemo's really good, he'll shit on you. You can go against the Quinn. If the Quinn knows what she's doing, she'll shit on you. But the second that that Tryndamere is left alone. Let's just say you leave him alone after first back. So Tryndamere now has Zerk Greaves, and he is level 5, right? He puts a point in Q, boom, 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 right? He's level 5. Tryndamere takes towers pretty goddamn quickly. He takes towers pretty quickly. Because again, Tryndamere is one of the only characters in the entire game that doesn't have to worry about a little bit of defensive stats. He doesn't. There are very, very, very fringe cases where you go Randuins. Very fringe cases. Like if you're going against a Yasuo or if you really need to stick to somebody. There are very, very, very rare cases that you also go GA if the fights are going on way too long and what you have isn't enough. The reason why people don't like facing Tryndamere is because Tryndamere is strong in the early part of the game. He's strong in the middle part of the game. He's strong in the late part of the game. To CC Tryndamere requires 7 seconds of straight CC. 7 seconds of straight CCing one guy when he has 4 other assholes behind him trying to kill you probably doesn't feel that great. You have to kite away. Kind of hard to kite away. Don't get me wrong. There is like Crown, which very much helps you against Tryndamere because he can't just come in, crit, kill you. There's just not a lot of answers to him. There's not a lot of answers to Tryndamere. And he's just like Ezreal in the sense that he always has a sneaky, shitty way to get back in the meta. And again, this is not coming from somebody who had a bad experience with Tryndamere. He is my favorite champion to play right now, and he has been for a long time. But the thing about Tryndamere is that you can't do anything about it. And the stuff you have to do about it is so goddamn bad. There's nothing good about relying on a percentage chance to win a fight. But that is Tryndamere. And obviously the difference between a good Tryndamere and a bad Tryndamere is a good Tryndamere knows when he can expect the crit, how to get in position to crit, how to save his mobility for when he does get a crit chance and can overcommit. And a bad Tryndamere just prays for it. A bad Tryndamere just comes in, starts wailing, and if he doesn't get a crit, he loses. And he just blames, oh, I didn't crit, I got unlucky. And those bad Tryndameres can sometimes win. They can sometimes win just because they got lucky. Even if they did things stupid and they span in and they could still win fights if they just get lucky and double crit. Tryndamere, I would say, is a lot harder than people think he is, but still, it's like remember what I said about Akshan? Tryndamere wins because he has a bunch of stat buffs and debuffs happening. So when you watch what's going on, it seems like he's just being a dumb brain and just auto attacking you. But in reality, it's like you're losing AD. He has Ghost, so he's sticking to you. He hyper commits after the first or second crit in his auto attacks. He has his ultimate, and a good Tryndamere uses his ultimate at the literal last possible split second, etc., etc., etc. Right? I don't think I really have to get into it, but like Tryndamere's R is what makes him impossible to deal with. Because now I'm 0-13. I'm 0-13. Enemy team top laner is going to help them with dragons, going to help them with fights, needs the CC, because a lot of top laners are very good in team fights. Tryndamere is good in team fights, but also good at split pushing, right? Oh no, I'm 0-13. Boom, few seconds, I get to take the tower, right? Few seconds, because again, Tryndamere builds all damage. In a few seconds, Tryndamere gets a tower, right? Enemies they're all fighting for dragon. I'm trying to get my way back into the game, right? I'm trying to get my way back, right? There's that wave is pushing. I come over here. Hecarim comes from over here. Yeet. Oh no, a Camille is right here. Auto. You can't deal with him. It's so hard to catch him. Not to mention, auto attack, crit spin, big crit to get over walls that he could use often. Gale Force, Flash, Ghost, 5 seconds of invulnerability. And just like that, Tryndamere gets back into the game. As long as a Tryndamere knows how to hyper farm, it's like he can always get back into the game. It's so hard to keep him down. It's so hard, which is why something you would notice pretty often in a lot of your games is Tryndamere's falling behind and they still become gods. They fall behind, they still become gods. They end up 0-3, they end up 0-4, still become gods. I hope that this was a decent explanation, because Tryndamere is one of those characters that everyone fucking hates. Unless you play Tryndamere. Nobody likes going against Tryndamere. There is not a single person that enjoys fighting a Tryndamere.